Hello everybody, I'm going to fix me what I call a poor man's or poor boy pizza. Because I want pizza. I just took an urge, I want some pizza, but I don't want to have to make the dough. And I'll be right back because I forgot my garlic. Forgot my garlic and my onions. Can't leave out my garlic and my onions. And you know what? I need basil too. I like basil on my pizza. It's so nice to be able to just go out your back door and get your basil. That's what I just did, and if I was an organized person, I would have already had it. I would not have had to go get it. First of all, just preheat your oven to like 400 degrees. Mine is already heating. And you can get you any type of a long Italian, French. This is a wheat French bread. Any type of the loaf bread that you have. I just happen to have this one because I like PoorBoy sandwiches and I make them quite often. And I'm not going to make the whole thing, because I don't want that much pizza. What I'm going to do, and I don't need to slice it on that pan because that pan is not level. And I'm not going to slice it real thick, but I'm just going to go down through here and slice it in half. The thinner part being on the bottom. The heavier part or the thicker part, well, they're about the same, but you get my drift. And then I'm just gonna put one of them right back in the, you know what, I bet I could use that part, the top. Nah, I think I'm gonna use this one. I'm going to put my other part right back in my bag, because I'll make some more sandwiches with that, and I'll just fold it over is what I'll do to make a sandwich. So I'm not going to use the whole loaf of bread. And you know, you can get the sorry about that. You can get the French loaf too, the skinny ones. You can use those. Cut the skinny ones in half. They're only like $1 for each one of those. And I'm just going to take some pasta sauce. Not much different than when you do it when you put it on your pizza crust. I'm just going to go all down it. As some of them say, slather it with pasta sauce. This is for the times that you don't want to make a pizza dough. And you can be generous with your sauce because you've got a thick piece of dough here, so. Yeah, you'll see me run out and grab an onion, or you'll see me, like I just did, go out and grab some mint or basil to go in a recipe that I have if I forgot to go get it. I just put a generous amount on there. And I want to get that off the pan because if I leave that spilt on the pan, it's going to burn. So I didn't want to leave that spilled pasta sauce on the pan. Yep, this is a country kitchen, y'all. You'll see me run out to the garden to get ingredients from time to time. There's no telling what you're liable to see in my Now I'm just going to put some shredded mozzarella cheese. I already have this package open, so I wanted to use that. This is a quick, easy way to make a pizza for yourself. And like I said, I already had the crust, so why not utilize it? Or I already had the bread. It's just another option. Another way to make a pizza for yourself. I think I want just a little bit more cheese. I don't want a whole package of cheese, but I want more than what I got on there. Now, let's see. I'm going to put just a little bit of garlic. and spread it around. You don't want it all in a clump. Now, if you don't like garlic, don't put garlic on there. For one, I like garlic, so, and it's good for you. And I like onions, so I'm going to put just a tiny bit of onion. And I'm just going to like slice it really thin. And I'm not putting much at all on there. But I'm slicing it just as thin as I can. Because I don't want a raw onion on there. And like I said, you don't have to put onion on it if you don't want to. All of that I'm going to put on there. If you want just the basic pizza on the bread, just use your sauce, your cheese, and your pepperoni, or whatever kind of meat you want. And this is where I'm just going to throw on a couple of sprigs of basil because I love basil. I love to smell it, love to cook it. Now I've got two types of pepperoni here. I've got like the kind that you make a poor boy sandwich out of, the big slices, and then I've got the small slices. So I'm going to kind of go down through here and use both. Maybe. Yeah, I probably will. And that one extra one's not going to waste. I'm just going to eat it. Now, I got to get my olive oil. I forgot my olive oil. And as you can see, I had bought a big bottle of olive oil. Oh, I've got to get something to drink. When I start talking, I start coughing. feels good on my throat. Now I'm just going to put my fingers over it because I'm just going to sprinkle a generous amount of olive oil all around my pizza. I mean, you don't want to soak it in it, but that's good. That is good right there. And now all I've got to do is come over here and put it in my oven. And it's going to be in there for about, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes. I want my cheese to melt. And it'll get a little crunchy on the top, and that's what I want. So in the meantime, I'm going to put my ingredients up. I'm going to watch what time it is. Okay. But you know, if you work, you might want a homemade pizza, but you don't want to go to the trouble to make the dough when you get home from work. You know, you might be too tired to do all that. But you saw how easy that was. Just slice your bread in half. Preferably put a thin side down. And then put your pizza toppings on there. Whatever toppings you want. You can put sausage, hamburger. Do it like you regular would do a normal pizza. Whatever topping you want on it. That's what you put on your pizza. There's nothing set in concrete that you can't change. Everything can change. And I wanted to show you, I do get the Great Value brand of olive oil in the big bottle because it's more economical to buy it that way. That's a cheaper brand to buy. But it's just as good as the other, I think anyway. That feels good on my throat going down. Because these allergies have my throat and all down in here kind of raw from coughing and all that. Check on my sauerkraut. But yeah, a lot of people work. I mean, I'm retired, so, you know, I don't worry so much about that anymore. But if I'm outside working in my garden one day, and say it's been 100 degrees all day or even hotter, and I come in and I want a pizza or I want something good for dinner, that's an option, a way that you can fix a pizza for yourself and not go to all the fuss and trouble and time it takes to make your dough. But it's up to you. This is just another option. And I've got half of my bread that I can, you know, double up and use it on a sandwich. I can still have me a PoorBoy sandwich later. So, there's always options, y'all. I thought our triple-digit weather was over with, but it was 105 today. No wonder I didn't want to go outside and do anything. I mean, not to mention my allergies. And I did get a flu shot, so that kind of has reacted on me too. I got it, yesterday, day before. So between the little bit of a reaction I get from a flu shot, plus the allergies, it's kind of done me in for today anyway. But yeah, you come home from work and you got you a loaf of that bread. Basically a whole loaf of any bread that hasn't been sliced that you can slice in half. And just use part of it, half of it maybe to fix your pizza. Or use both halves. I don't know how many people you would have. It's just me going to eat this pizza, so I'm just using half of a loaf. But if you got a family, you might want to use a whole loaf or 2 loaves to make your pizza that way. But it's just a quick and easy way. Come home, you're tired, or I come out of the yard working in the heat all day, messing with my plants. I'm tired, I'm hungry, I want a pizza and I don't want to fuss with it. So this is an option that you can do. I turned my oven up to 450. Yeah, this is just a southern kitchen, no fuss, no frills, no put-ons. Down-to-earth cooking, down-to-earth person. I had to get on my knees and clean out my cabinet yesterday, digging out jars and all kind of stuff from under the sink here to get them cleaned up, ready to use. And I still got more of them to get out. I didn't want to pause the camera because I'm not sure how long it's going to take for this. It shouldn't take but 10-15 minutes. And we will have pizza. Bring the camera over here a little bit. Better get my knife I'm going to cut it with out before. I'll move my camera, I guess. Disorganized. Allergies and a flu shot kicking my butt. But I'm still hanging in there. Still hanging in there. Trying to get this at the best angle here. You can possibly see in there. Yeah, times are getting tough again. Prices are going up. I mean, with this drought we've had here in Texas, the ranchers couldn't get hay and, feed for their cattle because there was no hay to get. So basically what hay was on the market, they raised the price on, demand. Something isn't highly demand, then they're going to charge you for it. So therefore the prices on the beef went up in the stores. Chicken's the same way. I mean, some chickens die just because of the heat. But of course, the egg prices have come back down reasonable. The beef haven't, though. I mean, when you pay $5 for a pound of ground beef, that's a lot of money for a little pound of ground beef. That might give you 4 little hamburgers. I mean, I guess you can make them cheaper still than buy them, because the prices at McDonald's and Whataburger, Burger King, all these places have went up. The restaurants, their prices have went up. The last time I went out to eat some fish, fried catfish, you know, I got a plate at that place across town that I did a video on. $17 for 1 plate of catfish. It's like, I love their catfish, but I'm not going to be going there very often to eat at those prices. That was the first time I'd been there in years, and it's changed hands. But I know that's not the reason the prices went up. The prices went up because of everything that's going on in our country. The drought, all prices are increasing, so we just got to live with it. It is starting to brown a little bit. I heard little buddy scratching at the door. Well, did you come in to get your supper? Huh? Did you come in to get your supper? It's already in your bowl right there. Yeah, it's already in your bowl. Want to give you some cat treats that one of the subscribers sent me. Here, I'll put you a few of those in your bowl. There you go. He'll eat a bite, and then he'll be ready to go back outside. He's getting to be a spoiled cat. Get that cheese melted, and we're going to have us some pizza. Little buddy's he's got a time clock. He knows when meal times are. He knows when meal times are. Spoiled cat. Keep checking on it because I don't want my pizza to burn. Don't want it to burn. Like I said, you just leave your pizza in the oven just long enough for your cheese to melt down good and start getting bubbly, and then your pizza's done. And by then, your a little bit of your bread and the edges should be crusty. can see in there. It's looking good. Yeah, it's looking good, little buddy. I don't have anything else. It's all in your bowl. It's all in your bowl. He likes those little treats. They're fruit treats. I've not seen fruit treats for cats before, but he likes them. He really likes them. It'll be bubbly in a minute. He's a little character, this little buddy. He surely is. He surely is. I know my viewers love little buddy. They love to watch him. They love to see him when he comes in. He's going to lay in the floor now, but he's under the tripod, so I can't show him to you. He's laid down right directly under the camera. Under the tripod, between the legs. So that'll be all right as long as he don't start swatting his tail around and flip my camera over. Yeah, that cheese is getting hot. Might want to put it on 450 instead of 400. I don't know how hot your oven gets. Sometimes a recipe might say 400 and maybe your oven don't get quite as hot as another oven does. And if that's the case, you can turn it up a little bit. That's okay. You can adjust your temperature. You can surely do that. I'll be so glad when this triple-digit weather's over. I thought we were over all of that, but yet it had to be 105 today. But it'll be in the 90s the rest of the week, this coming week. But there's still like 5% chance of rain, so we're not going to get any rain unless a stray thunderstorm pops up. It's a waiting game, y'all. Waiting for something to bake is like watching a pot of water boil. Seems like it never starts to boil, does it? like it never starts to boil. Turn it back to 400. I don't want it to burn everything before the cheese gets all bubbly. Oh, no. Now he's deciding he's going to flip over, so he's banging the leg of the tripod. He's still liable to turn my camera over. Well, maybe it's going to be 30 minutes for it to bake. Because I want my cheese bubbly hot. I don't want it still whole like it was when I put it on there. Ain't that right, little buddy? Huh? Ain't that right? He went back and laid back down under the tripod on the floor, cooling his belly, his famous belly flop lay down. Famous belly flop lay down. Turn it off, and I'm just going to leave it in there for just a couple more minutes, and that's just for the cheese, nothing else. But there she goes. There's our PoorBoy Pizza. Don't that look good? I think it looks good, but I'm not going to be able to taste it right now because it's too hot. Look at that. Don't that look good? PoorBoy Pizza, y'all. Make you one. And with that, I'm going to bid you a good day. I'm going to let this pizza cool down just a tiny bit, and then I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to eat dinner. I'm not going to eat the whole thing. I'm just going to eat a piece of it. I'll eat some tonight, eat some tomorrow, but it looks good to me. It definitely looks good to me. And you don't have to have 3 or 4 bags of cheese. You don't have to have mountains of sauce. Because you know, when you make a pizza, you don't put that much on it. So this is a PoorBoy Pizza. Love all of you. Y'all have a good day. Please like, share, and subscribe to my videos. I'll see you on my next one. Bye now.